causing a big flood in southwest Detroit. Frigid temperatures took out houses, cars, left many people with nowhere to go. That whole community just can't catch a break when it comes to ice. I'm trying to do my part to help though, and by that I mean I've been eating tacos every day for lunch. That's no easy feat considering I'm married, which is basically slang for saying I'm on a diet. I'm not kidding, my wife has me watching the scale so closely every week the battery dies. I hopped on it the other day and expected it to go. Instead it just said low. I'd rather it said goal reach, but I'll take what I can get. My wife keeps bringing up us having kids. Me being the reasonable partner in this relationship keeps saying that we should probably try a few cheaper alternatives first. Apparently on her list of cheaper alternatives, there wasn't a Corvette. I don't think she's related to Hitler, but after the way she was yelling at me, I'm starting to think she might be. I learned two things from that argument. One, we're not having kids anytime soon. And two, Corvettes are hard to return. I don't want to spend too much time talking about my wife, though. I don't want to have that argument when I get home. Why can you go so long when you're in public? Why can't you go that long at home? What do they have? Well, for one, they don't have so many damn questions, and they laugh at my jokes. Y'all heard of the Vaporator? It's exactly what you think it is, a smokable vibrator. As if we needed one more thing to suck in the bedroom. Vaporator. It's a great name. I guess Cooter Hooter was already taken. This thing is what all the ladies want, though. A hoo-ha that appears to be smoldering and smells like unemployment. She already mentioned my last name, and while we look strikingly similar with our shaved head and pudgy faces, I can assure you I'm not related to Kanye. At least I hope not. With all the bad press he's gotten recently, I've been wondering if he doesn't have Kim Kardashian beat when it comes to biggest ass. Him and his naked wife, Bianca Censori, showed up at the Grammys recently. Talk about sensory overload. Who made her dress? Reynolds Wrap? I don't know what these articles were talking about. They kept saying something about red carpet. I didn't see carpet at all. I kind of wish that there would have been at least somebody there to tell her, blink twice if you're under duress. I said under duress, not underdressed. Do you think that she has dreams where she shows up at places fully clothed? Another big name in the media recently has been Puff Daddy. Diddy. Of course he did. There's video. First it was Sean Combs, then it was Sean Puff Daddy Combs, then it was Puff Daddy, then P. Diddy, then Diddy. Next year it'll be Did, and then hopefully it'll be done. They're keeping him in the same jail that they kept Jeffrey Epstein in. According to insiders, he keeps asking to see the autopsy photos. Apparently, Puffy wants to see how well hung he was. My wife grounded that joke too. 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and he still can't grease the wheels of justice. Dementia. That's a terrible disease. Every time I visited my grandmother, I was somebody else. It's exhausting being me, and you're telling me I gotta be all these other people too? She might not have been as sharp as a tack like she once was, but she wasn't somebody you wanted to mess with. She cut you down with the volume of the TV. She had that baby set to stun. I'm not kidding you. She had Home Shopping Network turned up so loud, the neighbor was ordering shit. If only Grandma had charged her hearing aid, she probably would have saved the neighbor a fortune. I got so used to yelling at her the last time I visited with her, I didn't even realize I was yelling until I started catching stray looks from the funeral next to us. My biggest gripe these days is distracted driving. I'm busy looking at everybody else, and they're busy looking at their phones. My wife and I were driving recently. I look over to see a gentleman with his phone on the dashboard. He's eating an apple, watching TV. I hadn't hardly looked at him before he rolled the window down, threw his half-eaten apple at us, and then swerved erratically into our lane. I wasn't able to get a good look at him, though. Unfortunately, I was too busy trying to solve the Wheel of Fortune puzzle before the attack started. Surprisingly enough, that is not my wildest encounter on the road. A few years back, I was cruising along, and all of a sudden, this complete maniac comes flying out of the Walgreens across 3 lanes of traffic in front of me. I finally got up to pass him, and he cuts back into my lane, causing me to slam on my brakes. I did the only reasonable thing, which was to get closer to get a good look at this insurance nightmare. When I was finally able to get up next to the vehicle, I looked over, and what did I see? Grandpa. Lucky for you guys, that was the last time he drove. Taking his keys proved difficult, though, mainly because Grandma hadn't charged the hearing aids. Most old people are out here hitting things like garbage cans, mailboxes, or the concrete pylons at the Cracker Barrel. Not my grandpa. Oh no, my grandpa's out here trying to hit the family tree. You guys have been great.